Well, I messed up. I was supposed to have a beer ready for a brewing event next weekend. Today's the 11th. It's on the 19th. So I have 8 days to get a brew out, a 5 gallon batch. And I figured this would be a great test for some Kveik yeast. So if you watched my seltzer video, I used the Kveiks that I got from Norway. And on this one, we're going to use the Stalgin. The Stalgin gives off ripe fruit flavors and hints of clove and anise. So I think that would be about perfect for a Belgian Blonde ale. So we're going to give that a shot. Our bittering hops are going to be Saz, however you say that. And then I'm going to do a lot of late additions of Nelson Sauvin. So hopefully we get a lot of fruitiness, light flavors, and just something really delicious. So stay tuned. We'll be fermenting this in the anvil over the weekend. Today's Friday, so hopefully by Sunday night I can move it into a keg, cold crash, and get it on some gas and get it ready for next Saturday.
All right, so we're going to get started by transferring our hot water into the anvil for a mash. And I hope everybody likes my new setup with ball valves and a chugger pump. Now I'm not lifting a kettle full of water. All right, so we're going to mash at 158 for 1 hour. And here we go, doughing in. All right, so 1 hour's passed, and now we're going to go to our mash out at 168 for 20 minutes. All right, and I also went ahead and invested in a pulley system. That way I can pull a grain bag out. I was having some issues with stuck mashes with the malt pipe, so grain bag it is. All right, and then we'll transfer back over into our kettle for the boil. Add our first hop addition there. And here comes the boil over. Gotta love propane. Lots of power, but boil overs happen. And I went ahead and got it back over into the anvil so we could boil some and get a little bit of heat sanitation for our fermentation. And here we are putting in the cooling coil, getting ready to cool down. Gonna add our Werfelock tablet and yeast nutrient. And here we are with our flame out edition of Nelson Sauvin. All right, and here's my new cooling setup. I've got a coil in the kegerator, sort of like a pre-refrigerated water. We're going to do a hop stand with 2 ounces of Nelson Sauvin at 170 for 20 minutes. All right, and we've cooled down all the way to 99, 95 degrees is where I'm going to pitch this yeast. And this is at Norse Kveik Stalgin. So Kveik yeast love to ferment hot, and I'm hoping to get a 3-day ferment out of this. And then as you can see, I put a blow off tube on the anvil, and I'm just going to close the lid, put the snaps on, and we'll keep it at 95 degrees for the duration of the weekend. And this was about 4 hours after yeast pitch, so good activity there. And here's my setup to transfer into a keg. So this was Monday night after brewing this beer. So we got it into a keg. I'm going to get it on some gas and let it carb up for the weekend ahead.
All right, so here's the Belgian Blonde. It's pretty nice. Got some chill haze to it for sure. It's a beautiful golden yellow. May not come through very well on the on the video here. So this was a Belgian Blonde style malt bill, grain bill. The only thing that was different was the yeast that we used, which was the Belgian Kveik. It scored I think it was a 36.4 out of 50. The highest beer scored a 44. So I think it did pretty well for not actually being a Belgian yeast that was used. So it's nice and light. It attenuated very well. I think it ended at 10:05 or something like that. Yeah, it's really light on the mouthfeel. It's still with the carbonation in it. It's got, almost a medium. It's probably a medium light mouthfeel. Lots of like stone fruit flavors coming through, which the Stalgian was said to provide. On aroma, I don't really get a whole lot of the clove and anise or anise. Maybe a little of the clove. But it's definitely stone fruity. It's definitely light enough to drink during the summer. Some Belgian beers can get kind of heavy on you in the summer. So this was nice. I think I would probably just classify it more as a American Blonde, which I might have done better at competition had I classified it as an American Blonde. But that's the beer. Well, if you've gotten to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you might want to see next. I have stuff coming out, but I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you are interested in. Again, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.